Hi everybody, and welcome back to Vixen Purple's Crochet and More. I am your host, Cheryl. It is good to see you folks again. You guys haven't seen my videos in a while. That's because I'm having some family issues going on, and depression has hit. Crojo has been gone to the wayside. But in this video, I'm going to do a September, October, and November kind of roundup. This blanket here, yeah, I made that out of some squares that I had done. This square was a Bag O Day pattern that she had a few years ago, and I made a ton of squares. I called this my mad blanket. And what I mean by mad blanket is because I was in a tote with all these squares, and I'm like going, I'm tired of moving this box around. So with these squares, so I got my yarn out and put the squares all together. It's kind of wonky and funny, but it turned out great. My husband loves it. Let me pull it off of here. I do apologize for the noise. I have my heater on and it's going quite crazy. You may also hear the dogs, you may hear the cats, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyhow, I call this my mad blanket, and it's quite big. You can see that. And these are all the squares that I put together. I had different sizes and granny squares and stuff. So that's one section. Here's the other section. I do apologize. So yeah, this is something I kind of threw together because I got mad at it because I was carrying all these squares around. And I just kind of put them together in no rhyme or reason order. Here's the other side. So yeah, this took me about, to put everything together and sew it up, about roughly, I would say 6 hours to do. And it's all because I was mad, because I was tired of moving squares around. My husband has stolen this blanket. He will not let anybody have it, and go from there. So that is one thing that I've made. The other thing is a more of a recent make, and this is a corner to corner baby blanket that is going to go to another young first time mom that I know, and I just kind of made like a receiving blanket. So corner to corner, and I used like a little bit of a block stitch and then double crochet, and then I put these picots all the way around it. I thought it turned out really, really good. There is 4 balls of the sweet rolls in the grape color, I think is what it is. I don't have the ball band with me. I do apologize. But anyhow, this is how it turned out. I thought it turned out really good. I have some ends to sew in, but it's ready to go to her for her baby, which is due next month, I believe. So the other I'll get to it when I get there. The other things that I have made has been kind of November-ish stuff. So I got my Centro machine out, and I made a bunch of double thick hats on it. Now my Centro machine has been kind of catching a lot, and it makes these little funny ridges, but I figure, hey, nobody's really looking at it. They could use it. These will probably go into donations. But there's this one. This one turned out better. And then I made a ombre hat with, and it's kind of reversible. And this is the purple color. Sorry, it's lighting is bad. So that's, and I think I already showed you this one. This is another one I had that I made. It's also a double thick hat, same colorway. And then I had this yarn that I made too. I thought that was pretty good. So that was like one day's sitting. I made that in, and then I made this half double crochet cowl in the Lion Brand's landscape, and I think this is called Rainforest. And then I just put a single crochet border on it, but it turned out really good. I kind of like it because it kind of evens it out on both sides. This is actually 2 balls in there, but I thought that was pretty. The other thing I made was I finished a lovey. So this is gonna have to find an animal to go with, but it's done. There's that one. Now this is a Bagaudet shawl. It's the one that she did with the granny square and the double crochet, and I had this Ice Yarns Magic Glitz in the rainbow color, and this is how it turned out. I thought that was pretty cool. Sorry guys, I gotta find places to put my stuff. And then I had some scrap balls, and I made a stuff for my American dolls. Well, not my American dolls. Our generation dolls, the 18-inch dolls. But I made a poncho using all my crafts tutorial. This I just kind of winged for it, and it was just a half double crochet, and I made it into a V cowl. There's that one. And then I did a hat for the American Girl doll in the Christmas colors to go with that scarf or poncho. I also made this beanie. I thought that was a pretty good color combo together, and this was just using up some scraps. This is, I want to say this is a Red Heart Cloud yarn or homespun, but I made a basic beanie out of this one. I have some ends to tie in. I also made this this cowl using the doll pattern design out of eco-friendly yarn that I had, but I thought that was pretty cool. It's all sewn up, and you can actually use it as a pocket here to hold a cell phone or something. It's reversible. And there's that one. So I've been kind of busy, and then I had some leftover magic glitz in that rainbow, so I made a little lovey to go with for this little unicorn that I had, and I thought that was pretty cool and cute and stuff. And both of these are magic glitz, in this is the ecru gold, and this is the rainbow glitter yarn. Okay, whoops, put that over here. The other thing I made to go with that C2C baby blanket was this little octopus rattle to go with it. And I took and made a chain and sewed everything together. But I just kept on chaining, and doing lots of chains for the tentacles, and this is how it turned out. This is really no pattern. I just kind of put it together. There's that one. And then I also made a mushroom, no pattern design. I just kind of winged it. Sorry guys, it's just kind of funky. But there's this guy. There's his top. That's what he looks like all the way around. So there's that one. I thought he was pretty cool. So he's going to go up somewhere. I don't know where just yet. And then before Halloween, I actually made these guys. And it's a little ghost. Yeah, I used just chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. So I used 2 balls of this. So there's that ghosty. Then I had made another knit hat on the central machine in a basic white. There's that one. You guys may have seen, no, you guys did not see this hat. This hat I had, I was working on it and didn't like the way it turned out. Okay, did it again. This time I liked how it turned out. And that's this one. I still have ends to sew up on that. And that was using a Yarn Bee yarn stuff. Sorry, I'm grabbing stuff out of my tote over here to show. Okay, there's the bag. And I have a whole bag of stuff here. So here's another, it's an extra long hat, but it's pretty cool. I mean, you can roll it up as thick as you'd like, but this is out of the Red Heart, I think, neon stripes. I can't hear all, I gotta wash them. But anyhow, there's that one. It's a set, but I made a hat and scarf and a shawl to go with this little hat for my Our Generations doll. Now I still have to put a button and make a strap, but this is a little pouch that I made for my cell phone, or a cell phone case, or however you, even a wallet type thing. But that's that one. Here's another beanie that I did in basic red. Sorry guys. It would help if I pulled it over. Oh. Okay. Now I can start putting everything over. Sorry guys. Alright. Now I can put everything back in my tote. Alright, so here's another beanie that I did in chunky yarn. And I think this is the Lion Brown's Hometown in the color gray. I have ends to tie. There's that one. Then I did this one. Oh, there it is. I had this yarn, and I don't know what it's called. It's No Boundaries. And I think it's a cotton and acrylic blend. So I basically made a block stitch, and then I added the airy from the Yarn Bees to finish it off. I still have ends to tie on that one. That'll go back in the thing. And this is the rest of the set that I was telling you about on that one. So here's a little cowl that I made for my Our Generation doll. There's this one. I'm sorry, I don't have my dolls with me in here to model them, but there's the cowl, and here is the poncho. And I kind of made it after Bag O' Day, but modified it. But that's it. That's the little set that I made for that. And this was a ball, I believe, of Caron stripes or something, or ombre or something like that. It was, yeah, I've seen it before. And then I had a ball of this Burnett Barella 4 yarn, and this is what it made off my knitting machine. It's a double thick hat. So there's that one. And then this one was a cake yarn that I did, and it's reversible as well. And like I said, this is probably going to be for donations for the homeless or something. I haven't figured it out yet. I just got to get it gathered up. But yeah. Then I had another homespun cake ball that I had and I used, and that's, I don't know if you could see the design, but there's some designing there for the brim. And then this was a retro stripe. No, yes. I had a small ball of retro stripes, and this is what I made as a double-sided beanie in the retro stripes. Thought that was pretty cool. So that goes there. And then I had some, I think this is Wool Ease, and it's either a discontinued color, or I don't know exactly what color, but I made another beanie that I had a ball of. And I didn't have any ball band, so I call it my mystery yarn. But this is all I have left of that colorway. And that, oh, nope. Sorry, guys, I missed. And then I had a whole bag of beanies that I've made throughout the time I did. So here's another of that cake yarn that I made. So this is a double-sided on that one. And this one was Patton's Basic Wool, and this is a hat that I made out of that. And it's a double thick hat, and it turned out pretty nice. And then I had this yarn, and I made a cowl out of this. I think this is a Lion brand yarn too. I'm not exactly sure which one, but I had enough to do that and a very basic beanie hat to go with it. Got ends to tie on that one. I know, guys, a lot of hats. Hats. I should be called the Hat Queen or something. And here's another Woolies type yarn. This one I had some very thin yarn, and I held 3 strands together to make this hat. And it's really soft and it's really nice. I don't have a ball band, so I couldn't tell you what it is. But there's that one. Couple more and I should be done. Okay, and then I had made this hat out of a band of yarn that I had. Like I said, I think this is the Lion Brand's Jiffy yarn. And then I made this guy. This, I believe, is, I think this is a Yarn Bee yarn. But I made that one, and it's a purple. It's pretty on that. I have some ends to tie in on that. And then I had some more of the homespun, and then I just added the airy yarn to go with that to make the brim. And last but not least, and I'm working on a cowl to go with this hat. Is still in the whips progress, and this is made out of Eco Cozy watercolors. It was a discontinued yarn. There we go. And this colorway is Water Lily. So, like I said, I'm working on a scarf to go with this hat. So there's that. And I know I probably told you guys that I'm working on a blanket from my mom, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update. It's up on the finishing side of it, but here is what it looks like so far. and I've got 4 balls of the retro stripe in it. And like I said, I'm finishing it up to kind of match this bottom side that I'm doing here. So it's going up on this side. This is where I'm going to finish off. And then I'm going to take some white yarn and trim it like I did with that purple one, kinda. I don't know what I'm going to do with the edging on it just yet, but there is my whip, whip, and my finished objects that I've done for the last couple of months. Anyhow, I hope you all like this video. Please let me know which ones you like the best out of this. I'm sorry it seemed kind of rushed, but I just got things I gotta do. So anyhow, please hit the like button if you like this video. Please make a comment if you like anything that you saw here or thought it was a good idea. If you feel up to it, please share me out. I'd like to increase my subscribers so that someday I can do some pretty good big giveaways and go from there. And we'll go from there. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. And take care now. Bye-bye.